Hello, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of What If Ideas That Flourish. My name is Ronel Bautista, and I'm your host for pretty much the entire of the channel, all the episodes that you're going to be seeing. So, what this channel is all about, and I'm not in a rush, I just don't know how much data I have. But anyway, about this channel, it's gonna be an idea machine for those of you guys that have ideas, different collaboration, and any topic we will be posting. I will try to tie in the topics and make it consistent with all the ideas. Each day, I will be thinking of like 10 different ideas of each topic, and we'll just be talking about those ideas. So whether you have some or you have none, I think this would be a great channel for you. But before we go started, I just want to tell everybody a happy new year. Yes, we made another decade, we made another year, and I'm very excited for this year. I'm very excited about this channel, about the upcoming ideas that we will be gathering and collecting with one another. So without further ado, let's get to the 10 ideas. And since we're talking about New Year, why not talk about New Year's resolution? What if I succeed in my New Year's resolution? No, what if you succeed in your New Year's resolution? So it's going to be 10 ideas about the upcoming year. For number one, let's get right into it. What if you get into a better shape? What if I get into a better shape? What will happen? Of course, the obvious, you'll be physically fit. You'll have like six packs or like those curves and everything. And, people will admire you, be inspired by you about what you're doing, about all the struggle that you did for each and every day that you went to the gym and worked out. That is so fantastic. But the most important part about getting into shape, getting fit, is that you get to be healthier. You have more energy. You have a longer life. And I think that is very important, especially nowadays, with all the food that we're eating and everything, all the poison or like the gas that's out there, that we're inhaling through the air, pollutants and everything. So I think it's really great to get better in shape. So, but how do we do this? Anything that is doing something worthwhile needs consistency. You can't just do it one day or 2 days, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then think that, hey, you know what? I think I'm done. I'm good. You have to stay consistent until you get what your goal is. So to stay into shape or to get into shape, you have to put that consistent effort day in and day out that you are going to put into your body, working out and everything. So that is how you're gonna do it. Same thing with like anything really, like not just like getting to better shape. And I think even like the rest of these ideas that I have for this upcoming year, 10 ideas of like your New Year's resolution. If you don't have any, you might pick up something over here. That'll be great. It needs some consistency. I'm doing these videos, hopefully, I'm not sure how far it'll go, maybe a year or so. I'm hoping that I can keep up with it a year, but probably after 100 videos, about 3 months, I think I'll be good, and then move on to the next topic or next channel. So thinking about the future and everything already on the first episode. But I have to stay consistent on this. I have to do this daily, be creative, think about ways on how to get more ideas, and then discuss it with you guys. Okay, that's all for getting into better shape. I'm not saying that I'm good in shape. I hope that I could be better this year. But if you like that, just let me know, and maybe we'll gather some more ideas on how to get into a better shape, and maybe we can be in better shape this year. All right, number two. Still have 9 to go. Oops. That always happens in like the first YouTube videos, of course. And I'm gonna look back to this and tell you guys, like, if you're gonna want to be a vlogger, go to my first episode. It's not perfect, no effects and everything and all that, no B-rolls. I would love to have some B-rolls. I don't know how to do those, editing, nothing like that. It's just plain raw video. Anyway, off topic. Number two, what if I decrease my stress in life? Yes, some of us are getting more and more stressful. Even from the last year, there's like different factors of stresses now. Before it was just gonna be like the newspaper, but now with social media, everything connected. Everything. She said something, he said something. The stress in work, like all these things. Like work is gonna coming up soon. But anyway, or like school, if you're in school, there's like different subjects, there's different more learnings that you have to go through because of all the different findings there is. Stress is always going to be a part of life, but how you choose to handle stress, how you choose to accept it, it's going to be based upon you. For New Year's resolution, it is very important to have everything like do specific, measurable, smart goals, attainable, reachable, and uh, timely. It has to be timely. But anyway, for about stress, like how are you gonna be measuring that? I would say just get a self survey each week or maybe each month. Write down any number of times you may possibly have gotten like a source of stress and how you react to it. It can be like a sunny day and you don't like the heat and you become stressful with it. But if you carry your own weather and you think like, it's hot and everything, but it's not gonna bother me. There's like AC in the car, AC in the building that I'm going to. I'm just not gonna spend more time outside. Then basically you're handling stress that well. Or how about like friends? Ooh, let's talk about friends. Some of you guys might be keeping like friends because they've been there for a long time, but sometimes friends do change. People change. Everybody changes. Everybody has New Year's resolution, and not everybody gets to be better each year. Let's just face the facts. Some people get worse and worse. Have you ever seen the show Breaking Bad? I had hope that the guy would like be better, but I stopped the episode. I didn't watch the entire thing. Please, no spoilers. I may still watch it, but point is, if you think like you're in a circle of friends or like you have relationships that you think it's not gonna be good for you anymore, then I would say, just find new friends and everything. Get rid of the stress. It's not worth your stress. But you can still hang out with them. You can still be friends with them, but not as much. Just if there are things that they're doing that you're not into, then don't let them pull you out of it, because maybe that is who they are. And just respect everybody, respect who they are, and basically whatever they're doing and you feel like it's not you, then just don't go with it. Just pick and choose like the best parts of them, and whatever you feel like it's not the best part for them that's best for you, then skip it. Okay, and that is kind of like tying to number 3, what if. Number 3, third idea for this upcoming year, what if I get better relationships in my life? If you have better relationships in your life, I think you would be happier. If you're single, you're looking for somebody, or like just be happy with your friends for now, and maybe later on, because you are working onto yourself, then maybe those good relationships will develop into something. Relationships are a beautiful thing in this life, so I say get better relationships. If you feel like you only have like a couple number of friends, that's fine. If the quality of those friends is good and better, and you can't trade that for anything, then keep those friends and relationships. This is becoming a long video, 8 minutes, but hopefully I am bringing some value into you guys. These are just 10 ideas, and maybe next episode, I'll shorten it. Maybe 5 ideas, 4 ideas, but I think it is very important for us to have better relationships. So how do you do that? You start with yourself. And that brings me to point number 4, or like idea number 4. What if I become more approachable and friendlier this year? If you become more approachable and friendlier this year, then you will attract people. You will attract friends and families and everything. It's not the other way around. You don't go to people who's approachable and friendly and become their friends. You become friendly and approachable, and people will go to you, and you get to decide whether they are worthy to be your friends and family. So that's how it goes, and just work on that. It takes some intentional effort to be something who's positive, bright, and the light of this world. Now, number 5. Oh, I like this. What if I pay off all my debts? If you have no debts, you have no payments, I think you know the answer to that. And how you do that is by intentional effort. Be very, very strict into your money. Not be frugal, but you should know where your money is going. All the expenses you're doing, all the income, all the little bits of like, oh, I'll upgrade that into large, or like I'll get this. You have to keep in mind where you're putting your money is. You only have a certain amount of money that you're making. So if you're spending more than what you're making, then basically you'll just fall into debt. But if you're making more and then spending less, all those chunk that you're saving, you put into your debt, you get rid of your debt, and you get more options in your life. Think about this. This is just introduction. If you want to know more, comment down below. If you want to talk about like paying off debt, I really love into this. I'm into this. Actually, this is my New Year's resolution this year, to get rid of all my debt so that I can have the option and choose. I can choose whatever I do with my money. Now, number 6. What if I build a business? Oh, that is a good one too. There's different ideas over there. There's different tons of ideas that you can do. Cooking, from dancing, doing teaching activities like dance tutorials, match tutorials, anything that you can think of. It can be a business. Those lights over there, those Christmas lights, somebody made that up. And how much are those? Just $10. But hey, if they are selling that much many Christmas lights, even if they get $1 for each Christmas lights, each year Christmas comes up and they are making a ton of money with that. So think about it. Even like plastic spoons, plastic spoons are sold everywhere. So there is that one idea in your head that can be a great business. And if you want to discuss that idea, if you don't know how to get that out, comment down below, and maybe that's going to be the next idea. 10 ideas for starting a business. I don't have a business myself right now, but I would sure love to have some. But I have like a lot of ideas over here. Let's just discuss that, and if I help you out, hey, 50-50. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just glad that I'm going to be able to help you out. Number 7, what if I read more books? If you read more books, I think you would be a lot more smarter than you think you would be. Books is a good sharpening of the mind. And I'm talking about non-fiction books. Because like fiction books, yes, they're good. You get absorbed in the book, you get into the story and everything. But if you read non-fiction books, I think it'll help you out. Oh, I have an idea for B-roll. Here are some of my books that I suggest that you might be able to want to read. So I'll just do a slow-mo of this, and hopefully one of these books is going to inspire you to read it. Now, I've only probably read maybe some of it, maybe 80% of it. I haven't read all of it. But anyway, those are the books that I have read or planning to read in the future. Man, this is so much easier if I know how to edit this video. But hopefully, that's going to be part of my plan for this year, is to find me an editor and do all those effects and sound effects. Anyway, let's get into this. 12 minutes. I'm hoping to finish this by 15 minutes. Let me try to just roll down the other ones. There's 3 left, but this is going to be like the most important thing, I think, among all this. It has to be the center. So save the best for last, right? So I'll try not to speed up too much, and I'll try not to slow down too much for this. So number 8, what if I use more of my time to get to know God more? There is only a limit into our life. Hate to break it to you, but we only have a number of years, number of days, months, weeks, whatever it is. And time is a very limited resource that not a lot of people take an advantage of. So I'd say, knowing God, our creator, knowing like who he is, and even if you're skeptic or anti-Christian or whatever you label yourself, I don't care. Well, I do care about you, but I don't care about what you think about that belief system. But, just use some of your time to like get to know if there really is a God or there isn't. But I would tell you right now, there is a God. And, if you use some of your time to get to know him a little bit more, then you would get to know what it is that you are designed for. Everybody has a purpose. I love everybody, and I love you because you have a purpose, and that makes you unique. Like your purpose is different from mine, different from everybody else. It's kind of like your fingerprint. So get to know your purpose. You have a purpose for this life, and once you know that, that is very important. That is very important, not only for you, but for the people around you. Because imagine all the things that you could do with that purpose that only you can do. Let's say, for instance, the person who's going to invent the holographic effects, we're tired of like videos and everything. It's good that somebody invented it and they did, and that benefits all of us. But what if that person who is intended to build that holographic effects did not do it, right? We wouldn't be able to enjoy it. Maybe the next person that's intended to do that is for the next century, and we wouldn't enjoy it now. So know your purpose, please. It's gonna help all of us. Um, so number 9 and number 10. Let me just finish this real quick. What if I volunteer my time or energy more this year? It'll make everybody's life or like that institutions good, and for you, you will be happier when you volunteer your time and you're not expecting something out of it. It feels better for the self. um, it renews your spirit and it renews your mind, makes you a little bit more content that you're able to contribute something that you're not expecting out of something, it's being a part of you being a generous person. And number 10, what if I start a hobby I can enjoy to myself? Everybody wants to do something, you've been wanting to do something like this past year, past 2 years, past 3 years, past month, past week. And whatever it is, whether it be dancing, joining a dance group, art, painting, golf, sports, tennis, chess, whatever it is that you want to do, just take the time to do it. You always say, or like we always say in our culture, that we never have enough time, but you have to be intentional on this. It is a hobby. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be good at it, but you just have to do it because it makes you happy. And do something that, stay away from social media. Don't post what you're doing because I think it will ruin the experience. Do something that you can do for yourself without even your friends and family. And whenever you're out going party and everything with your friends and family, you can talk about it. You have something to share with them that is a private part of you. And it's not like they're gonna know, or you went here, you went here, you went here. It's kind of like, sometimes it's kind of irritating, right? Like when people already know what you're about to say and share them. So try not to post it in social media, whatever hobby that you choose to do. It's only a suggestion. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it, but it's just my suggestion. I think you'll be a little bit more happier whenever you do something for yourself without everybody else. And maybe, during those gatherings, you can ask them, hey, I'm doing this. Would you like to join me? If you're into rock climbing, a friend of mine is always asking me to go rock climbing with them. I never see it because I don't have social media, but then they can share this story with me that, hey, it is really good, it is fun and everything. So do that. Do something that's for yourself as a hobby, and maybe you'll find new friends there, and or your old friends are going to be interested into what you're into. Okay, 18-minute mark, 20 minutes. Let's just wrap it up. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video, 10 ideas for the upcoming year, New Year's resolution, whatever you can do. If you had some ideas already and we're kind of aligned with it, hey, perfect. Maybe you've gathered more ideas from these videos. I'm glad that you did get something from here. And also, if you don't have no ideas before and now you do, pick one of it. Maybe it'll change your life. Hopefully it does. Let me know if it did. And so if you really did like it, maybe we'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully I stay consistent to my word, and we'll see you next time. One last thing before we leave this off, I'd like to have a catchphrase and everything. So here it is. Ask faithfully, do things with hope, and love truthfully. This is your host, Renal Bautista, signing off.